If you are a cancer patient, what you want is something transformative. We believe these therapies are likely to come from the newest medicines, the best science, and the latest technologies that have the greatest hope for patients. Here at Mary Crowley Cancer Research, in compliance with FDA guidelines, we bring these new cancer discoveries to patients through clinical trial testing.
Margaret is a 58-year-old woman. She had progressive refractory uterine cancer, and this one had spread to her liver, throughout her abdomen. She had been through multiple courses of chemotherapy. Physicians told her that she had less than 6 months to live.
Chemotherapy drugs, which are the drugs that were developed, and most of them between 1960 and 1990, all interact with DNA in some direct way. The drugs that are more recent, these targeted therapies, do not directly interact with DNA, but they attack signaling pathways or other systems that are important to a tumor cell.
When I first walked in the door at Mary Crowley, I was a little bit apprehensive, but after visiting with the doctor and the staff there, I felt as though I had found my home. I felt hope there.
Margaret was unique. She was a person who had what's called a high tumor mutation burden. And when she came to us, we identified various signals where she could have been involved in certain therapies that would block these signals and slow down the cancer growth. We've had success in the past, but she had a very unique change on the surface of her cancer, differences that the immune system could identify. We were able to look at Margaret's case and identify a very unique immunotherapy trial that would, in essence, release the immune cells, and that's called a checkpoint inhibitor therapy. When we treated her with that and released the blockade that her immune cells had so they couldn't get to the cancer, it allowed those cells to come to her cancer.
A 57-year-old man with intestinal cancer. He had surgery and treatment with 2 different chemotherapy combinations. Sequencing of the tumor DNA detected an activating mutation in a protein called PIK3CA that is part of the signaling system in cells that stimulates growth. We had a clinical trial open with a targeted therapy designed to block the active form of PIK3CA. He has been taking this tablet daily since September 2015. No new tumors have developed, and he's doing very well. This therapy is not yet FDA approved, so it's available only in this clinical trial.
I was clueless about what a clinical trial was. I would go to Mary Crowley and they would mix my particular drug up in the pharmacy there. I would leave there and feel well enough to just do normal stuff, and I'd ever feel like I had to go lie down afterwards as I had before with the chemotherapy.
Margaret and Jim are examples of personalized medicine, where patients are aligned to clinical trials based on the genetic or molecular analysis of their individual cancer.
I had the immunotherapy twice a month, and after 1 month, they scanned me, and the tumor had already shrunk, and the little spots of cancer through my abdomen were disappearing.
Mary Crowley physicians believe we are on the cusp of a brighter time in cancer care and research. Personalized medicine will offer more people customized cancer care through the combination of targeted and immunotherapies.
After having an extensive PET scan, Dr. John called and said, "Margaret, we see no disease. You are disease-free."
Mary Crowley's mission is to expand treatment options for all cancer patients through investigational vaccine, gene, and cellular therapies. Mary Crowley gives hope to cancer patients today while moving science forward for patients in the future.